80-year-old Karen is banned from the community.
You got this.
All right, I'm gonna start over this.
You got this.
I'm sorry, I got to start with this. 80-year-old Karen banned from the community pool after harassing trans workers. The story, after going full Karen at the Mountain View pool at Port Townsend, Washington, 80-year-old Julie Jaman has been told she's no longer allowed into the facilities. Jaman said she was showering in the locker room when she heard a man's voice, quote, when she saw a trans employee. She said she was assuming that there was a woman was actually a man who was intended to molest children in the locker room. She contacted Olympia YMCA CEO Wendy Bart. Jaman was not happy with Bart's response, quote, saying she said there were pride posters all over, and she assumed that quit to inform women that expected to find what they expected to do to provide an alternative to women who choose not to be undressed in front of a man. Quote, a spokesman from YMCA told Fox News Julie Jaman was permanently suspended from the Mountain View pool due to her repeated violation of the code of conduct, specifically use of disgraceful words, gestures towards the YMCA staff, other abusive, harassing, and obscene languages or gestures towards the staff and others. This is, first of all, this is not, we're going to change her name. This is Gretchen. Gertrude. That's what I'm calling her.
You're going to call her Gertrude?
Gertrude, right?
Gertie for short.
Gertie needs to go. She needs,
right.
Yeah. She needs a nap.
She needs a
Gertie.
Well, and from the beginning of the segment, I think the reason why we had that reaction was just the ridiculousness of this person,
Yes.
just the ignorance of this person. I don't care if you're 80 or if you're 20, whatever that is, to be in that situation and assume to be aggressive, to jump down on people.
Yeah.
My son went for swimming lessons at the YMCA twice a week for 5 years. So we were in those situations where you're in the locker room. You know what? It's awkward. You know, people are getting undressed, they're doing their thing, but everybody minds their own business. They go in, and they're in and out. And for this woman, who I think created even more of an issue for these kids because of the ridiculousness and the aggression that she, and not only that in that moment, but continuing to be aggressive and to, give hand gestures and yell at people and all that. So then she wonders why she's banned. And kudos to the YMCA for stepping up and backing their trans employees and really fighting for justice in this moment.
Right, and nobody come to work for all that. Like, exactly. We come to work to do our jobs, clock in our 8 hours and go home. Like, we really, look, if you're going to be doing all that, acting up, especially at the age that you are, you should just probably stay home in the house. Go fill your bathtub up with some water and swim in that. Because that's exactly where you need to be, in the bathtub, swimming at home.
Gertrude, where is your caretaker? Where is your caretaker, honey? Where is your caretaker? Because you should have been taking a nap, taking your meds, and you over here. The children are more afraid of you, and I'm pretty sure afraid of you in whatever wear that she was wearing in the pool than the trans person, the trans worker that worked at the facility.
Yeah, the employee doing her job. She's doing her job. Yeah,
she's doing her job.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and of course, Republicans are going to use this opportunity to use it as fuel, like ammo, to prove their point. Well, no, this does not prove anything about bathrooms, what have you. Everything is absolutely fine. This person was justified in being in that bathroom, and there was no issue.
But what was going
unless she raised
on?
it.
Like, if there was a point to prove, I would point to what was going on.
Right.
What was going on besides a person living their life.
Right.
That
was trash bag.
Doing what an
Probably
employee
sweeping the
does.
floor,
doing her job, doing that if the person's doing their job.
So therefore, she's amplified a situation that hasn't even happened.
Yes.
You're amplifying a situation that hasn't even happened. So this has come straight up out of your imagination, sweetie.
And asking her to prove or if about her genitalia.
Yeah, like
sexual
it's like
In front of the children.
in front of the children.
I mean, we talk about, you don't want to introduce children to their, to sexual, what have you. This woman's bringing it right to the front and center.
And then going back to your point, Jeff, like you said, the Republicans, they're going to use this story and many other stories as talking points for issues that don't exist. There's no trans people going into the bathroom, going after your kids. Yeah. Last time I checked, every documentary about children being molested was usually a white male.
Yes.
I never seen any trans women came in, and I have no desire to see your kids. So, yeah, that's going back. They're going to use that and create issues, non-issues, like these bathroom bills, these don't say trans, don't deny young kids medical care and all this. So it's a figment of the imagination, and you're trying to use it against us in our community. So
yeah.
I think the LGBT community and plus community, we really be out here minding our business.
Yeah,
like, we really do be minding our business.
Sure.
Not bothering the soul.
Sure.
We hit up our prides, hit up the bars, we chill, mind our business, kiki with our girlfriends and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden we become a headline for some nonsense. It's like, geez, like
just doing your job.
Just find something else, because we're gonna be here. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna be here regardless.
Such as the Governor DeSantis thing that's going on, where he's attacking our house because children were brought to the drag brunch. And if you've ever been to our house, it's just a very fun experience, a fun family experience. And so these are just things that are, like you said before, they're bringing this to the forefront. Like you're making this up. You're making this more than a thing that it actually has to be.
You bring up DeSantis, like this governor, all he's doing is he's feeding his base, telling us like using our community as red meat for so he can run for president one day and stuff like that. And it's so depraved that we have a governor that's going after our community, doesn't care about the state of Florida, doesn't care about this, only wants his own intentions. And it's going back to the we were just talking about, the primary in democracy is at stake. I mean, I think the next 2 years is probably our next two election if we don't change anything in this country. So, yeah. I'm sorry going that dark rabbit hole, but it's true. It's true. You have a governor right here. Our governor is going after drag queens and not worrying about housing, not worrying about climate change, not worrying about every other thing that's fucking going on in the state. But no, he wants to go to
drag queens.
Yes.
Where they pour water on themselves and they dress up and dance to make people happy.
Yeah.
That really
drag.
And what about my parental rights if I want my child to go to a drag show?
Exactly.
You don't care about your parental rights.
No, they want to take that too. They wanted this. I don't even call them Republican Party.
Parental rights.
Exactly.
Well, let's celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Finally, we're up.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.